hating. Don't be
Are we
hating.
live?
So full of hate. So full of hate.
Oh, hang on.
It says it's streaming.
Yeah, yeah. Whoop, there.
It still shows me offline though.
I see it. I
You
see it
see it?
popping. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
just me.
yeah. Um.
Ah, bullshit.
Barg, barg, barg.
Back at it again. Another episode. Episode 4. Legit. Still don't see it though. Oh shit, Nair. Pop. Bippity bap. Bap bip bip bap. There we go. Did it tweet? I didn't get my auto tweet.
I tweeted.
Oh man, I'm gonna retweet your
Did it?
tweet just
Did it?
cause,
Did
cause
it
I'm.
actually go? Because nothing's probably coming up in the chat.
You have nothing in chat.
I got. I got
Test
nothing in chat.
equals. There we go.
Oh shit!
Chat's up.
Wait,
Hot.
can I do? Is is this a thing? Come on now. It's not a thing. How? Wait, is there? Yeah. Wait. Oh, God damn it.
Fucking newbies.
127 is bullshit. Fucking lame. 127 horse shit. I'm out. Beam is the worst.
These emojis. Fucking.
These
What the
emojis
fuck?
stink. God. Who decided 127? Come on, son.
What's the relevance?
It should be 451 because of Fahrenheit 451.
Oh fuck.
That
Yeah.
reference,
Once
though.
127 did make sense. The 457 definitely doesn't make sense.
Damn it.
The thing about it is that the the um the beamers that are going that get what's the word affiliated, that's not even the right word, partnered streamers,
Right,
partner
right.
streamers get emoticons,
Okay.
right? Now
Okay. Okay.
their emoticons are fucking dope.
Oh.
There's one streamer, G Fox, and he has the Kermit the Frog with the T. Oh, it's so fucking amazing. Good. Yeah. So
that's all right, man. We got this one, you know.
We got 127. Oh shit,
go.
we got beam.
There you go. We got the beam
there.
Circle thing, man.
Beams.
That shit is
lit AF. Oh god. This is why we do this.
All right, we're starting on a high note here.
That's right.
Real good.
We're at least we got energy. At least we got energy for this. You've been like destroyed all week.
I have been sick all week, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been drinking.
Oh fuck!
Scotch, just fine beverage here.
So when I was there yesterday, no scotch to be had, but today, all the scotches.
We had those Duff wings. There's no, the scotch wouldn't. It would have been gone to waste on wings. You know, it's like.
You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right.
We should have got the beer. That's on me. I admit. But those fries would have been so cold. They would have been the worst.
Can we get them nuked them? No.
I don't have a microwave.
Oh, fuck! That's right. We'll put them in the oven. Put them in.
You know what though? I went for a walk after and came back, and the house still smelled like fucking chicken wings, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay with this.
I feel like when I got in my car, when I left, my car
Yeah.
still smelled like wings.
Did Meg go like, Dad, this
This
stinks?
stinks. These honey garlic chicken wings, they're gross. All right. So I guess that back for episode 4. This is we did this. This is
We did
4 weeks in a
so
row.
like a month now, right? I
Wow.
guess you could
Wow.
say almost a month.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed because today I could have just played Battlefield. I was in the mood to just play Battlefield for the rest of the night.
Well, tomorrow is family day.
There it
So
is.
there really is no
I've already asked my parents to take the kids.
so other than Battlefield, did and being sick, did you play anything this week?
I did get in some games though. I've been slowly making my way back to the bubble in Elite Dangerous. I'm
Okay.
about I'm about 12,000 light years away, and I have about 8 days to cash in those missions that for 190,000 or 190 million. So I'm kind of slowly doing that. Um, I played a bit, like an hour maybe, of Project Cars.
Okay.
The default control settings are terrible.
Oh
They're
wow.
just fucking terrible. Um, and it makes you feel like you just don't know how to play. Like you're just like, well, maybe it's just a really steep learning curve. Like maybe I got to get the hang of it. Like I should be feathering the gas more. Or like just like it just felt terrible. And then they there was a post um, that I saw that had like somebody had gone in and said, here, use these controller settings for your if you're going to use a controller. And I put those in, and it's made it much better. But the problem is it's not a very good game.
Really?
I mean, the sound is okay. I like the sound. It doesn't look spectacular. Um, and and I'm a big visual guy. I love going into photo modes and taking shots of the cars and stuff. Like one of the things I spend most of my time in Forza is like, going into photo mode, tweaking this, like getting just the right shot. And the photo mode in Project Cars, and this isn't you know, hey, it's got a shitty photo mode. Who cares? It doesn't make it a shitty game. But the photo mode is pretty shitty. It's
Oh,
like,
shitty.
oh. And I mean, it seems like graphically, there's just like it's not a very good. This doesn't have very good anti-aliasing. It just didn't. It I don't know. It just didn't sell me. I'm probably gonna go back to it. I want to finish the first couple of series because it's got a nice career. It looks like it's got a nice career path where you start off in go karts and you kind of work your way up. So I kind of like that idea of like, hey man, you start at the bottom and you can't be driving the F1 cars right at the start. You start at the bottom, and I kind of like that. I think it's something that Forza has been missing. Like the last couple Forzas, you got into it, and it was like, here's $1 million. Buy any car you really want, and then just race from there. So it's like you're never that kind of sense of progression is lost.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, well, I can just get a Ferrari right from the start. Um, so yeah, I played a bit of that. I played um, the Final Station, which is it's kind of like a survival-ish game where you're a train conductor going to different cities and looking for resources and things, and there's kind of like some sort of zombie monster uh, infestation that you have to kind of fight through. But you got to look for bullets. There's different ways that you can kind of maneuver around. it's a side-scrolling game. It's got it's got like a it's got like a 16-bitish kind of look to it. It looks cool. And then like when you go from station to station, you're on the train, and when you're on the train, you'll have passengers that need food or need medicine, or that you got to control there's a climate control thing that you got to tweak a bit, and then there's like a power thing you've got to lower if it's using too much power, and you kind of like a little bit of spinning plates in the middle there,
Okay.
which is kind of neat. Uh, but what am I? I think I'm 3 levels into it, and it's kind of like, okay, this is like, it's I get it. Like it's taking up time. Um, but I find that in that section, there's also a communications device, and I never look at it because I'm always too worried. Like if I look at this thing now to read this communication, somebody's gonna die because they need food that I haven't noticed, or that the power has gone too high and they're all gonna burn to death or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So it's like, I feel like I'm losing story because of that. But it's a fun game. It was on sale on the Xbox this week, so I was like, you know what, for $7, I'll give it a shot. Um, and then another game that I got into was Wheels of Aurelia?
Okay.
Wheels of Aurelia 1978, I think is the full title. And this is it's more of a storytelling game where you're driving around. Um, you play this woman, Lena, I think her name is, and you kind of drive around picking up hitchhikers, or you pick up a date, and then you kind of have a conversation, and it's all just kind of, it's more story based than anything. It's not really a driving game. It's like a top down view, and if you don't touch the gas, the car just kind of drives itself.
Oh,
So that you can concentrate more on like what you're saying to your passengers and things like that. But it makes these little stories like, um, like this woman doesn't know if she wants to keep her baby, or there's a terrorist group that you can chase down, and so it's kind of, there's little stories that tend to build up, and it seems like a game that it's got a bunch of different endings depending on what you do and how you do it. So yeah, it's it seems like it's like a fun kind of like, I'm just gonna play this after I play Battlefield to calm down and then go to bed.
yeah.
Like get a story out of it, and I'm like, all right, I'm done here. I can leave. Um, and I think that's everything I played.
Wow.
Did we talk about Fallout last week? The
No, we didn't.
Shelter.
No, we haven't.
I played some of that, and it's very much a free to play game. It feels a lot like a like you're clicking things to kind of collect them, and then you're moving guys around to do jobs, and then you're waiting for a timer to tick down so that you can click that item again to collect that resource.
Did you ever play Tiny Towers? I don't
I
know.
didn't. I
So
didn't.
this my impression of Fallout Shelter, that I played it maybe all of half an hour, and I was like, this is another Tiny Towers ripoff,
Yeah.
and I was just like, great. But I think I think it's great for Fallout fans. Uh, but I was never a huge. I'm not a huge Fallout person. So it looks very Fallout-ish. It plays like Tiny Towers. You're trying to build your nuclear shelter. It's
Yep.
like, yeah, okay. The I don't have any, I don't have any ties to this. So it just like but there was a Tiny Towers licensed Star Wars game, and I played a shit ton of that. But it was the same thing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think I know that
You're
one.
making
Yeah.
you're making a Death Star, and you got to make
Yep.
levels to your Death Star, and
Yeah.
you got to put people in the cantina, and you got to put people in to keep your other troops happy and stuff like that. But it was like it was
So
very
it's the same thing where it's like you got to put people in the canteen to make food.
yeah
You gotta make water and get people in the water purification area to make water and then power. And then it's just you're kind of balancing those things, and you got like you can get a radio station to get more people to come in, and it's a lot of like hurry up and wait, you know.
yeah yeah
And then like when you get attacked, I feel like it's kind of automated. It's not, I'm not really affecting like the outcome of that, you know. It's like when there's like a fire breaks out, and it's just kind of like, well, they're just gonna put it up by themselves. I don't have to like click on all the flames or anything like that. It just seems like no, they're gonna do it. So,
yeah yeah.
or maybe I can, and it just was never explained to me, or I skipped it or something. I'm like, nah, there's a fire. It'll go out sooner or later. So yeah. I played it. I mean, I've played it for a few hours over the course of like 4 or 5 days, but like again, it's like I've clicked on everything, and then it's like, okay, wait another 10 minutes to do something. I'm like, I'm gonna shut this down and then play something else.
Well, there's a couple mobile games that I play on the on my ride into work, and some of them have gotten pretty bad in terms of like uh, there's a Hot Wheels game, and it's I mean there's different 4 different models of this exact same game where it's just like you get a car, you go through the track, you slowly collect coins, upgrade your car, and you go through the track. It's like a stunt racing track. But every 2 or 3 times you play a track, you have to watch an advertisement. I'm just like,
Yeah.
beep. And I'm like,
God,
nothing makes me
yeah.
quit a game better when like it, mobile like I mean free to play games. I respect them um in that you're giving me a game that I don't have to pay for. So all I have
Right.
to do is watch a 30-second ad, which most of the time is like, the ad, I click watch the ad and I put my phone away, and I check on it again in 30 seconds or something like that. But if that's a sacrifice I have to make. But if it's forced, like I can't race the next track without watching this. It's like,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's like I need to collect this resource. If I want these resources, I have to watch a 30-second ad. Okay, well, this is my impatience,
Yeah.
not that I have to force to watch an ad. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
A lot of it always feels like, I mean, and it probably is. It's like designed so that you're like, well, pay the money so that you can fast forward this stuff. Like, get the diamonds that make you speed through this action. And it's like, well, you know what? Yeah, I'd rather not.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Uh, I'm addicted to Clash Royale, so it's kind of like I have paid money,
You have got some serious problems, dude.
but I mean, hey, listen, like I said, my mom put hundreds of dollars down on Farmville, so it's like I've
A
I
fantastic
I
game.
spent I
Check the
think
Metacritic.
yeah, I've spent like $10 on Clash Royale. So yeah, I have spent money, but it's nowhere. I feel like the time that I've put in this game has been well worth, like, what I mean, when we talk about Marvel
I,
Heroes or something like that. It's like
yeah,
I've played this game a lot, and
yeah, I feel like I'm in the same boat with Marvel Heroes. It's like I don't mind throwing them like $10 every couple months. Because it's like I've put so much time into this game. I play it all the time. I really like the game, so I might as well give the developers some money because I want them to make more of it. So yeah,
yeah, Clash Royale has a sort of a. I'm at this point where it's pay to win now, so
yeah,
there's a lot of people that are still playing that aren't paying, but they're playing because the game is good. Like, I have cards. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have a card collection, and these cards make my decks that I play with. So it's kind of like, I, I gain gold. I can spend money to crack open my chest quickly to gain more gold and more cards, but it's kind of like I don't really need to. I they've made the game sort of enjoyable at the level I'm at now. other than the fact that they've keep introducing certain things that sort of spoil the game. So, for example, recently there's clans, and
Okay.
and basically every time you play a match, you, there's three towers. If I take out all three towers, I win. But depending on how like it's time based. So in a 3 minute match, whoever breaks the most towers in that 3 minutes wins.
Yep.
If at the end of 3 minutes you both have, like, let's say, one tower destroyed, then it goes like an extra minute overtime, and then it can be a draw, or in that minute overtime you can destroy another tower and win, right? So
Right.
when you get those towers, those count toward what's called the crown chest. And clans, every match that I play, these crowns go into this chest. And after like 250 crowns, your chest gets upgraded. And after 3 days, depending on how much the clan has played and how much crowns they've gathered, you get a bigger chest. So what's happening is that they've introduced a way for clans to get more, like players to get more cards. But what's happening is is to maximize that chest, players are dropping hundreds and hundreds of, like, they're losing on purpose to get to these lower arenas with super high cards. So then I'll go to play a game, and I'm playing a guy who's put three, four, $500 into the game, and it just smoked me for 3 crowns in a matter of a minute. So then, so they
Uh,
drop crowns, like I think for an hour they just drop clowns. They go down and then they just smoke everyone at the lower arenas. So it they've introduced it a way for us free to play players to get more cards, and pay to win players are
but
dropping.
it's the elite players that are coming in and actually benefiting.
Yeah, are ruining it for us. So it's like it's frustrating, but it's, I don't know. It's a great game. Like the rules are good. Having so many different cards, the building decks to try to play different. So I mean, it really makes me want to play Hearthstone or Blizzard's Hearthstone or whatever, because
Right.
I really like card games. Like I played
Speed
Magic.
Gwent, man, it's coming out
Ah, fuck
soon.
Gwent. Fuck you, Gwent.
Oh shit! Oh
Fucking
shit!
Gwent. I don't. Fuck Gwent. I don't. That shit. That's not a good game. I
But
don't.
CD Project Red can't do any wrong, man. Gwent is the game, son.
They.
It's gonna
I.
blow up on Beam. Let me tell you, it's gonna blow up.
Well. Fuck. I don't get it. I don't get it. We played it in The Witcher 3, and I'm like, I got the rules, kind of got the rules, and I'm like, this is not a fun game.
I agree.
It's not
I agree.
really well.
I felt like I was like, I'm not sure why I'm winning, but okay, sure, I'll take it. Like, I'll take the victory on this one. But yeah,
It didn't seem balanced. It didn't seem, the cards that you were collecting during through the game didn't. There's no relation to them. Like there's no attachment to them. Like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, and that's probably why I don't enjoy it.
the game got better when I stopped searching for cards and spending money. Like I'd go to a store and be like, what kind of Gwent cards you got? All right, I'll buy them. I'm like, why am I wasting money on these fucking cards? And yeah, when I stopped doing that, I started enjoying the game again.
Fuck. Uh, I, yeah, it's kind of funny because this week I played. I I've kind of dived back into Witcher 3, and
Oh shit,
it's
huh?
like my save is like 2015. And it's just like, fuck. I haven't touched this in like almost like a year and a half. I don't know the fucking controls. I don't.
2017's Game of the Year, 2015.
It's but I because I never finished it. Right. I never finished Witcher 3, and I don't know how far I am. I kind
so
of feel like
so
I'm closing
so
in.
what are you doing in it? Like, are you like when you play those games, I find like some people like to just kind of go through the main story. I always found like I didn't want to leave an area until I had done everything. Like, I'd go through side missions and I was so over leveled that Like some of the side missions you were doing, it was like you would get one experience point to do it because like you were so over leveled, you know. It's like, should I just stop doing these? I don't know.
Well, that's I think that's kind of it for me. And that's what kind of ruined it for me. I I was on Skellig Island or something,
Okay, okay.
and I was following this mission path, which thought I think I mistaken it for a side mission, or it must have been a main mission or something. So what ended up happening is that it kicked me. It took me off Skellig, and all this shit went down, and it's like Yennefer's not happy with you, and this is that, and that's not this, and I was just like, you know how when you finish a certain main story mode, depending on what choices you made, it sort of auto fills in the rest of the story, and it'll tell you
Yes.
like, so I ended up finishing Skellig Island, and I hadn't done half of the side missions. And I was like, fucking, and Yennefer's mad at me, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't want that. So I got this little gargantuan turd baby that,
Oh, that. Yeah, yeah.
and I'm going back to the. What the fuck?
Uh-oh. Your mic is gone.
Hello?
Yep, there you are.
Yeah. One sec. Give me a sec. Oh, it's my.
We're just having microphone difficulties.
Yeah. My
But we're
yeah.
sorting it out right now. I mean, we're fucking doing it
This is a
live. So
live, son.
just edit this out in post. I'm just saying.
Nah, man. We're that no edit show.
Oh shit!
AKA
We're going
too
no
fucking
edit, no
lazy for
edit.
that. So Witcher 3, yeah, I got this little sloth baby that I'm doing something with, and I don't know what happened, and I was just like, oh fuck, I want to go back to Skellig and do those. So I thought I had a save, but around the time that I got to that point, they patched to something, and it
boy.
fucked up my save, and all I have was the one save, and it wouldn't let me go back to Skellig Island, and it's just like,
Just start from the beginning. Don't worry about it.
yeah, after I put how many, because I put like 20, 30 hours into that game to get to that point, right? So I'm like, I just want to finish it. Now I'm like, I just want to finish it. Like I'm like, I've waited a year and a half thinking that I was going to go back and play the Skellig Island, and I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I just want to finish. I want to see the end of this game.
Yep.
Fuck this. There's like 3 or 4 patches since then. I go to load the game, and it's like, hey, you need to have this save has this DLC, blah blah blah. It won't let me continue without the DLC. I have the DLC installed, and somehow I twiddling with it. I was like, continue game or load save from. It finally let me in. It finally let me go, and now
What a
it's
nightmare.
doing the tutorial again. So it's like I'm in the game, so far into the game with this retarded baby, and it's going, okay, press Y to do this, and press. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just
You
like,
didn't know how to play it, so it's teaching you one more time. You know?
yeah. So I was just like, it's frustrating. Like, I don't. I'm. Oh, but I really want to finish it. I really want. It still looks amazing. So I kind of played that. Then like on Tuesday, I played that Ballistic Overkill, and
I saw you playing some of that. Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun, but I don't I don't think it's new. Like
Right.
that's the kind of um I think that's what's kind of taking something away from it for me. Like
That
it's,
it's not some sort of super innovative thing, or
yeah, I like the classes, I like the weapons, uh I like the way it controls. It's got really nice controls. It's really smooth. The hitboxes are fantastic.
oh shit, we talking
We
hitboxes,
talking
son.
hitboxes. The maps are like, they're not you know how most maps they try to make it even on both sides. This is like not really even, and but still kind of cool. Uh, and yeah, I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it, but it's I just feel like I'm playing something I've already played before. So it's kind of like uh, I'm I still enjoy it, but it's kind of like playing. I've had the advantage that I'm playing with some other beamers that I've played with. So it's like
Right.
when I'm playing with them, and it's like you're talking shit with those people that you love to play games with.
Yep.
It's like this game's awesome. This could be the shittiest game, but you're playing with it. You know, it's the same thing like we are saying. We've gone to a shitty movie before,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but but we had so much fun laughing and making fun of it that I have fond memories of that movie. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of
Yes. Absolutely.
so I'm hard to judge the game on how good it is based off the fact that uh, I'm enjoying it, but I don't feel like I'm playing anything new. The classes are cool. I think the best selling feature is that it's the controls are so smooth. Like I really I haven't felt like Call of Duty where I've hit something that's like or I've been hit by something that's outside my hitbox range. Like you know what I mean? Like when
Right.
you
Right.
so
Battlefield has that a lot, where you're like, I was behind a wall. How the fuck did he shoot me?
yeah
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So they've put in a lot of good time into making sure that that plays smooth and I mean there I think the last time we talked about it I said there's no blind boxes but then I leveled to hit level 10 and there was a blind box that came up and it had a skin
You
in it.
son of a
Yeah, I was
bitch.
just like blind box. I was like but it wasn't
Did you
it's
get a voice pack, or did you get a graffiti that you can spray now, or what's the deal?
no it's not like that. It was like a helmet or something.
Okay. Okay.
So it wasn't it
And
and
it's
it's
not. Is it character specific helmet, or is it a helmet that anyone can wear?
it was character specific, I think.
Okay.
Or it
Okay.
was a yeah, I think it was character specific and it was like you haven't unlocked this yet. So it's like you know how like when you hit level 17 you unlock such and such a rifle? It was a
Okay.
skin for that rifle, but I hadn't unlocked that rifle yet, so I
Oh.
couldn't actually use it. So it was like, oh, okay.
All right.
So, yeah. Uh, oh, I mean, but for $7 game, like same idea. When we're talking $7 game, I've
Yeah, and it looks pretty good. Like it looked pretty good.
yeah
I'm considering. Like I'm sure it's a small team, and I thought it looked great.
yeah.
When I saw you playing it.
I definitely got money's worth for that because I've played it and I've really enjoyed it. So, uh, I don't know if I'll necessarily go back to it more unless someone
Well, you'll be busy playing Overwatch, right? So.
yeah over this is there's a new story mode coming out or something. Oh no, there's a new hero. What's his name? Buzzkill? I don't know.
That's what that game is.
I feel like I saw something on Twitter today where they were saying there was a new character on Overwatch coming out, and they're like, it's not. Oh fuck, I forget what it is. It was a good joke. Uh, yeah. So other than that, we played Battlefield. We're trying to get that six stabby medal, that community medal,
Yes. Yes.
and still loving that. And then I've been I picked up a new mobile game that I kind of dig. It came up, ironically enough, it came up as an advertisement in Clash Royale. No, it wasn't Clash Royale that because Clash Royale does not have advertisements. It was something else. Oh, it was the Hot Wheels game. There was an advertisement for Rovio, the company that made Angry Birds.
Yes,
They,
that game.
yeah, they released a new multiplayer game called Battle Bay, and it's like
Is Bay spelled Bae, Or, or
Battle Bay. You just fight your boyfriend or girlfriend the whole time.
yeah.
You fight.
I can't believe I said that. Oh my god.
You went there. You
I'm
went there.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh, but it's ships battling ships. It's 5 ships versus 5 ships,
Oh, that sounds cool.
and the controls when you first play it are kind of wonky, but the more I played it, the more I sort of dug it. It's like you drag your thumb sort of to look around, and your turret has a turning speed, and you can upgrade the turning speed on your turret. Like
Okay.
there's
Okay.
upgrades for there's upgrades for uh, turrets. There's different guns. There's and like there's like uh, depending on the ship, there's a healing ship. There's
Oh,
a
cool.
tank ship. There's a speed ship, and there's just a general all around ship. But each one has their own sort of like the tank ship can carry more heavy weapons, and the speed ship has a lot of like I've had where I was playing, and it was me and this last ship, and it was a speedy ship. The speedy ship has no like literally no hit points, but he was doing donuts around me, and he had a good turning radius, and my turret
Right.
just kept slowly. It was like it was too fast for my turret to turn, so he just kept, and he slowly picked me off, and I was just like, oh fuck. And
Unbelievable.
what happens is the rest of your team watches you, and you're the
Jesus.
last one, and you're getting picked away, and you're like, I'm gonna die. This is fucking over, and my whole team's watching me lose this fucking round.
Oh, that's got to be the worst feeling.
Yeah, but
And you're not jumping from ship to ship. Everyone has their own ship, right? So is it 5 on 5? Is that what it is?
that's right, 5 on 5.
Okay.
So in the maps, there's waves. Like the waves are going up and down. So like and they're over exaggerated. So the waves are coming up, and when you come down, like if someone's trying to shoot at you and the wave like kind of comes up, it can block a shot depending
Oh
on.
man.
So I don't know. I start
This
sort of
sounds
kind
like
of
it would make me break my phone, to be honest with you.
see. Well, that's actually it's kind of the opposite for me. I find it less stressful because if I could play a good round and we still lose because the rest of my teammates were shit, and you're just kind of like whatever, this game was over before it started because I had
Right.
shitty teammates. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and they don't tend to penalize you so much.
Okay.
So and kind of, I think when you randomize with so many different players, uh, what's happening is you're getting a good, well, and I mean the game's is fairly new, so I guess there's a lot of noobs to it, so it's kind of like
Right.
uh
Do you know what your teammates are bringing into the match when you
no,
start?
no, and
Oh, so it's just kind of like I'll pick the big one. So
that
and
and
hopefully you're not on a team full of just like five big ships, right?
that's exactly it. Is somewhat of a flaw because I've popped into a match, and like the other team had like 2 or 3 healers, and they're like sitting back and just they were bombarding us, and just
Oh,
they wrecked us. So
yeah.
it was just like,
I could see that.
and they were
That'd be yeah.
so I mean that's sort of a flaw, but it kind of doesn't happen. You never know, so it's kind of like you can be. I'll go in as a healer and do well, and at the same time, the other time we go in and we just get wrecked. So it's kind of like I don't know. It, Clash Royale seems to have the opposite effect, where it's like we're saying, I'm playing and I'm trying to maintain a level of like there's a trophy ladder, right? So every time you win, you get so many trophies. Every time you lose, you lose trophies, and you're trying to gain on that ladder. But if you get matched with these people that have dropped crowns, you play a bad match and you start dropping crowns like fucking like if I lose 5 or 6 games in a row, then I've dropped, and it potentially it'll affect the cards that I get and some of the other
Oh.
shit. That makes me want to rage so fucking hard. Whereas this is like there is a ladder system that's sort of similar, but it doesn't it, it it's only to match you with people around your skill level.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like if I lose, then whatever, it didn't really affect me because I still can play, still get coins that upgrade my weapons. I still can level effectively without being screwed. You basically upgrade crewmate, and that's how you level, and that's how you get better weapons. So that how we win, if we win or lose, it doesn't really affect you as crucially. So I find it doesn't make me rage.
What's the pay structure like on that game? Like, what are you paying for?
Well, they give you a few different types of credits. They have blind,
Of course they do. It's a free to play game,
yeah.
right?
So you to upgrade weapons cost coins.
Okay.
To upgrade skills cost sugar, and then there's blind boxes that so in classic Angry Bird style, if you play really well, you get 3 stars.
Okay.
If you play mediocre, you get 2 stars. If you win, you get 1 star. Right? I think just in general, if you play, you get 1 star. Now these blind box cost stars, so depending on how much I play, depends. So I can buy
Okay.
the
Okay.
the 5 star blind box, which just gives me commons. I can buy the 15 star, which gives me
I kind of like
uncommon.
that. I
Yeah,
kind of like that.
so you can use your stars. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I've sort of hit a level now where sugar seems to be they depending on your level, you can only hold so much of one. Like I can only
Uh,
hold 100,000 sugar,
okay.
but to upgrade my guy is 125,000 sugar. So it's kind of like if you want if you're playing and you want to like upgrade faster, you have to buy back sugar or buy more sugar on top of the maximum that you can earn for free, and it's like,
Oh, I see.
but
That's
it's pay to win in that you can pay to level up faster
right.
or level my weapons faster or buy epic weapons right from the start.
Oh,
Do you know what I
wow.
mean?
Okay. Holy
But
moly.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not. Okay.
yeah. But I haven't hit anything that sort of uh like I'm going through it. So it's kind of like at the beginning of most games you can tell like the big at the bottom of Clash Royale, when you're in the bottom arenas, you're playing free to play players all the time. Or you're playing free to play players who have a second or third account. So they really don't have cards that are different levels than the ones you have. Whereas I'm at a part in the arena where I can have a guy, I can play a guy who's pay to win, and he plays shitty, but his cards are higher level than mine, so they fucking destroy my cards. Do you know what I mean?
Ouch. Yeah.
So uh, that gets frustrating. So it's the same thing where I'm at the beginning of this game, so I think I'm just playing free to play players who all have basic common or uncommon weapons. So it seems to be pretty straightforward. So we'll see. It's kind of a I really like multiplayer games. Period. Like
Yeah.
I find I'll want to play multiplayer games more than I'll want to play single player games. So mobile games tend to be like now that like Clash Royale and we're seeing more of these multiplayer only games
Yep.
on mobile phone, and uh, there's no lag, so it's I'm baffled by how they do it, but it's still really enjoyable. So yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. What that was our mobile minute.
Mobile minute.
uh, so did you play anything else besides all that stuff?
Uh, I don't think I really played anything new that I can really talk about.
Ah.
I should.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah. They, some good changes in on
I don't even want to. Don't even
so,
start.
yeah.
Don't. I don't want to hear it.
This game can't come out soon enough.
Is there a release date for Sea of Thieves, or are we just
Uh,
are we just assuming at this point it'll be a Scorpio launch title?
there hasn't been anything released. I think it's always been speculated that it's going to come near the end of the year. So, I, that other than it being this year, there's yeah, it's all speculation. So
Okay.
I can't. Yeah. So that I can't wait. I can't wait to play with my friends.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Uh, shall we move on to a little bit of news?
Yes.
What little is there?
Well, I mean, yeah, the big one for me is they've announced that Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to have a season's pass. That's going to come out sometime this summer, like
Right.
the first release of this, and it's first time a Zelda game's getting DLC.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's a season pass that you can only buy the season pass. Like
You can't
the
buy it separate,
you can't buy
but
it
you can
separate,
buy DLC separate. Yes, which I
and
think is kind of a shitty deal.
but at the same time, it's only $20.
Okay, so it'll be 30 Canadian.
Yes, for a game that's already what $80 Canadian.
Yes.
uh, that I mean, it's that's great for Zelda fans, I guess. I would say that I am a Zelda fan, but I guess the fear always with DLC, like especially with companies that are new to DLC, which Nintendo is, uh, they don't have a really good record of releasing really good DLC. Um,
Well, Mario Kart had good DLC, didn't it? Kinda.
uh, 8 tracks. I think we got 8 tracks
Yeah.
for $15.
And Splatoon seemed to have some decent, but that Splatoon stuff seemed like it was already there that they were just kind of unlocking.
Yes. Uh,
Um, this will be this will be 28.19 Canadian. So not 30, but pretty much $30.
I guess there's a fear that what are you cutting out?
Well, I mean, this is the case with every DLC, like every kind of like season pass uh is that fear of like what got cut out of the game to get put into the DLC schedule, um, and how long does the DLC take to come out? Like I think that was my big problem was that like you get a season pass and then like 8 months later we're giving you we're giving you DLC for it. It's like I don't do I even care about this game anymore? Like I
so
I
you
don't know. But then if it's too close to the release, you're like, well, why wasn't this in the game? So I see, I see issues both ways.
see well
Um,
that's and then I think that's the they're saying is that the game's going to come out in March and then 3 months later DLC's coming out for it.
that seems like a long time.
3 months? Well,
Yes,
that game's going to be done. I think most people have played through it
you
and
will be
finished it.
finished that game in like 2 weeks.
Mm, it's open world, so who knows?
Yeah, I the, Skyrim. I finished Skyrim in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, come on, it's not going to be bigger than that.
Well, you compared to the average gamer though is
Okay,
okay, Mister
okay,
200,000
but
achievement points here.
that's valid. But at the same time, like I'll give you a month. So you finish Zelda in a month, okay, playing at your own time, and then 2 months after that, they're like, "Hey, there's a Cave of Trials challenge and a new hard mode." I'm like, Really? Like 3 months later? Like, why isn't the new hard mode right at the beginning so that when I finish the game, when I bought this game on my new Switch that I love so much and I play the shit out of it and I play it at home and then I take it on the subway and I'm playing it on the bus to work and I play the hell out of it and finish it
Savage,
in a
savage.
week and then nope, you got to wait for hard mode. And you're like, I could keep playing more of this. I wish there was more challenges. Nope, that stuff's gone. And
For a
what does
Zelda,
this mean?
for a Zelda
What does
game that
this
we've been
mean? A new
waiting,
feature for the in-game map. What does that mean? And why? What the fuck? Like, why isn't that in the game in the start?
more
You couldn't
collectibles.
figure out how that works? I like that stuff's kind of stupid. I Here's another thing with 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 this stuff is I don't mind paying the money for it, but I I want to know what I'm getting. And this like vague kind of like it's a cave of challenges. Like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean three challenges? Like what does that mean? Is there another boss to fight in there? Is there y- like what is it? Is it a mission that I can finish in half an hour or is it like a whole other like
Well, look. Let's look at
and I'm not
Borderlands.
and maybe it
Borderlands,
shouldn't be well yeah, that's a great comparison. Um,
because
I just
that underground that what was the I can't if I remember the DLC properly. Doctor Zed's came out. It was more missions, and
yes,
it was just like
yes,
it took me to a whole new world, all new
yes.
missions. It's like
Good.
this is great DLC. Second
Yes,
DLC is that fucking challenge shit, and it's just like
that was
this is
trash.
fucking garbage. I bought this just so
Mad
that I could
Moxies. That
yeah
was Mad Moxies, right?
yeah
And they tried to kind of make it. They sweetened the deal there with that one because it was like they brought in. That was when they brought in
the
the
chest or
special
the
the
lockers that you
locker,
can
right?
store your
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then what was after that? That the uh, Commander
What was
Rands or the and
oh
it was like but it was like 10 or 12 hours long and it was just like this is
yes,
the best fucking DLC. It was just like
yes.
I felt like I really got my money's worth on that one because it just I played it so much and I think feel like that was there was one more after that but
There was one more.
by that time I was burnt out of Borderlands and but it was like 4 DLC packs and I think 3 of them were like mission based, and that was like give me more of the game, like give me more. Then the one DLC was like give me challenges. I don't want challenges. I don't want to
Yes.
play this fucking shit. Like I didn't.
Well, especially if it's like, we're gonna do these challenges and you're gonna get gear. I'm like, well, but I'm already done with the game, so who cares if I'm getting better shit? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just like this should have been at the start, so that if I wanted to do these challenges mid-game, I could get better stuff to play the rest of the game in, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't want to bag on it because I we don't even know what it is, but that's part of my problem is that we just don't know what this stuff is sometimes, and I feel like I've fallen
Season pass,
for the season
fucking.
pass far too many times. Now there are games where I will buy it sight unseen, like Battlefield. Like I'm like I'm gonna buy that because I've already put like 200 hours into Battlefield, so it's like, okay, fine, fine. Like,
Give me more.
I already know I'm gonna keep playing this game, so I might as well buy the DLC for it. Um, but there's times where like the Dead Rising 3 DLC was like, it didn't take, it had kind of new story beats to it, but it didn't take you to a new place. It was the same place that you were in, and they just kind of moved a few things here and there, and you could usually do them all. You could do the campaign in about an hour, and you're like, well, like, it's nice that it's extra DLC, but like it's over in an hour. You're like, okay, I guess that was $10, man. Like I don't know. Um, and I think you got a deal because it was only $20, so you got a deal if you got all three of them. But still, it was like, and they all ended up being shitty. Like it was all just kind of like shitty 1 hour 45-minute kind of DLC things, and you're like, well, this this wasn't necessary. Like it's just and like when 4 came out, I was like, I should get the pass. I should get the pass. I'm like, no, I'm gonna hold off. And sure enough, the first kind of thing that they brought out was like, this is stupid. Like,
Yeah, and
you know,
that whole selling the season pass before they actually fucking tell you, you know what I mean? Like,
yes. It's a terrible practice of like, hey man, don't worry, we're gonna be supporting this game for the next 6 months, and you're gonna get the you're gonna first crack at it. And it's like, well, what are you gonna bring out? Well, it's gonna be DLC. It's gonna be the best DLC, and it'll make the game even better. The game that you love, that you haven't bought yet, that you haven't played yet, but it's like, come on, man.
yeah,
Uh,
I think the
it's getting really bad with that kind of stuff, and the games are getting more expensive. Like we're paying $80 for a game, and on top of that, you're telling me to spend another $30, to get the full experience. Like, no, I'm
yeah
not.
yeah nothing in that DLC is ever game changing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Or
the
like,
one
it
the
can be enjoyable, but it's not like they can't put stuff in that, you know, that might affect a sequel. Do you know what I mean? Like something won't
yes,
happen in that game that they can't, because not everyone's going to buy the DLC. So if you put something in it that's ultimately affects the sequel, and I haven't played the DLC, then you're going to spoil DLC.
yes,
So
the Fallout ones are pretty, like that was one of the ones where I was like, I should get this, but they bumped the price up on the DLC, and now it's like $55 or something like that. I'm like, I'm not paying that much fucking money for like another like 10, maybe 12 hours of DLC. Like, fuck off, guys. Like,
well,
that's especially when a lot of the quests are just like, go over there and kill somebody, then come back and I will give you a credit. I'll give you some credits or something. It's like, this isn't really.
there's a I guess there's a
There's a
market
market for it
for it.
because people are buying it, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like I've come to the end of that. Like, I'm just not. I'm not. You know, put it in the game, or make it be something substantial where it's like, okay, look, like clearly this is, um, like if it's a whole new piece of land, you're like, okay, uh, like the Blizzard Mountain stuff for Forza Horizon. It's like, okay, this is a whole new like land mass that you had to create, you had to model, kind of like figuring out how the roads are going and all that. Like I can see that costs money, so I can, I don't feel bad paying for that. But when it's just like you're using all the same assets and you're just kind of adding a couple speech bubbles here and there, it's like fuck off, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
um, so yes, I for the Zelda stuff, I'm not really. I wonder, you know what?
It
I'm buying Zelda on the Wii U. Will this DLC? Oh, it works on both. Okay.
but it's not
Expanded Pass
900p.
will be available for both the Switch and the Wii U versions of the game. And they're identical. Okay, well, that's great.
So for Zelda, I think, like, for me, this is, they're coming off, for me, I'm super bitter about this, especially for Zelda. You delayed this game telling me it's not ready, and now you're telling me you're going to release this game and more content shortly after. So why the fuck did you delay the game? And you're telling me that it was technical, this, that, and the other thing. No, you fucking lied to me. You delayed the game because you wanted it to be a release title for the Switch. We've now waited fucking 4 or 5 years for this fucking game. And now you're like, hey, fuck, it's finally coming out. Now that you're fucking shitting your pants, chomping at the bits for this. Oh, by the way, we're going to give you more of it for more money. It's like, no, fuck you. We waited long enough for this. I bought a Wii U because I thought this was coming out on Wii U. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
this was going to be, and now you've launched a new console. You move the game to the new console. It's like you all you're doing is you spit. Like it just feels like you're consistently spitting on me. How you bought that Wii U?
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like can you stop doing it? Like what it's even further proof to me that the Switch doesn't have content.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Well, you and I are fucking gonna play 1-2 Switch like crazy, son. Like crazy. Shaking that Wiimote. Wait, I mean shaking that Joy-Con.
fuck, it's so bitter.
I could not agree more. And the second half is supposed to be holiday, um, uh, 2017. So like that's a long time away, and it's like, man, dude, really?
Is that why
But
this
but at the
DLC is coming out just in the
but
summer to have
but
more content?
at the same time, it's like maybe you won't have much to play then. So it's like, fuck, I can load up Zelda again and play more of that. It'll be great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. There has been games where I've bought the season pass, and by the time the last piece comes out, you're like, oh, I still have that game? Oh yeah, 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 that's right. It's like, fuck. Um, but who knows? I mean, Zelda's going to be a great game,
Well, yeah.
hopefully.
Oh
Um,
man, if it's shit, that I mean, I have a lot of faith that this game's gonna be fucking spectacular. Like,
I'm sure. Yeah, yeah.
uh, they would be sweating balls right now, or probably wouldn't have spent a lot of money on advertising if they didn't fully believe have tons of faith in that game's going to succeed. So it's got to be spectacular. It's definitely be worth playing on the Wii U.
Yes, I will play. I will play it on the Wii U.
I'll play the
Um,
fuck out of it.
yeah. It. I have no real love for Zelda like some people. So for me, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's just another game. But I do kind of want to play it because it'll be the first game I play on my Wii U for a very, very long time. So let's get some use out of the fucking dusty box.
I'm still playing Mario Maker. Like we,
That we talked about this a while ago. Um, but those games have kind of lost their appeal with me. Like I don't know what it is. I kind of got tired of those games, and then like the making stuff just doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm like, I don't know.
yeah, but at least it's connected to the community. So
Yes, yeah, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad game. It was just like one of those things where like I think it's past me. Like I don't get off on it like I used to, and so I'm just kind of like, oh well, it's a cool game. It's a really cool game. I love the way like you can build the stuff, but I don't really want to build levels, and like I just don't. I don't know. I I've lost the love for Mario games, and I'm a
side
worse
scrolling
person
ones.
for it. A worse person for it. I admit. I need the joy back, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, you got to think back to, um, like Mario 3D World. Like that was so much fun. Like that,
That
it,
was good. Yeah.
the 3D aspects of it, it felt like a traditional Mario game. Like,
Hmm.
and the 3D aspects didn't make it like Mario 60. Like it wasn't trying to be Mario 64. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yes. Yes.
uh, I don't know. That game was super fun and
We
super
put
difficult.
we put plenty of time into that game. Yeah.
But that I think in the same aspect that because that one is so enjoyable, it sort of ruins traditional Mario.
Yeah. The side-scrolling Mario games, I just they don't do anything for me anymore. So it's kind of like, all right, yep, forget it. It's- it it's just kind of like, yep, it's great, but I don't need to play it.
It actually makes kind of an interesting spectator game though, because I will watch people play that game trying to beat the hard levels and thinking, what the fuck are they doing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what though? I've seen a lot of those, and while it's interesting to watch them. Also, but it also makes me think like I don't want to do any of that. Like I don't want to fucking tear my hair out, you know, where it's like, you take two steps, you're like, oh, you're dead. Okay, okay, don't take two steps anymore. Just take one step. Okay, take one step, jump up, dead. Oh fuck. Okay, okay. So
One
take
step,
one step,
half a
fuck,
jump.
then jump.
Done.
I'm like, it's ridiculous watching it. I get a chuckle out of it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that. Like, I would be so pissed if I had to do that. Like, no, I'm out. Better people than me can do that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
not for it.
I'm not as good as video games as I thought I was.
Yeah, I was like, nope, sorry.
What else do we got in news? Uh, do we even want to mention?
There's a new Payday coming out. It'll probably have like a shit ton of DLC, and it'll have some sort of free to play thing in it to make you fucking give Starbreeze constant money, just like Payday 2 does now, which is gross. Uh,
Payday 2 has left a lot of sour taste in people's
yes,
mouth though. So
yes, it has.
it's kind of, I think the more interesting part about this story of that, even though it's been announced, it was kind of like low under the radar sort of. It was posted in a financial statement where it's like, oh,
Right.
and Payday 3 is under
It's
it's
in
like
development.
is in development. So it's kind of like, what are you saying, that you've made your money off Payday 2 now and you've changed your focus? So it's kind of an interesting way to announce a game.
Yeah, yeah, because usually this sort of stuff kind of comes out, before. It just seems weird. And like you said, like it's yeah, Payday 2 has, I think, started off really well and then just soured. I don't know, in a really bad way. We played a ton of it on PC. I played so much of it on PC, but like after a while, it was just kind of okay. I'm tired of this.
Well, I bought it on 360. Did I buy it? I bought it. I feel like I bought. Yeah, I bought it on 360 and I traded it in for the Xbox One.
Right. I
Cause
almost bought it on the Xbox One, but didn't.
yeah, and that's a good thing too. Because I guess like they released it and didn't put any content into it, right? So it's
Right, and it was kind of broken too, I think,
yeah.
if I remember correctly. Um, but on a side note, the kids made me buy the Payday Goat Simulator add-on, which I'm like, don't you want to get the zombie, Goat Simulator zombie? I was like, no, it's too scary. I'm like, okay, well, what about the MMO thing? I was like, there's dragons, I think, in that. They're like, no, we want the other one. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got the girls the Payday DLC for Goat Simulator, but they seem to really like it.
Yeah,
I feel dirty just saying it, but like, okay, I guess.
I'm happy. Like Megan will go and play it from time to time, but man, when she was big into it, it fucking burnt my mind. Like I was just like, I am sick of this fucking game.
The
Go
music too
the
is just,
music. Fuck, I can't do this anymore. It's just like, I want to play some Goat Simulator, Dad. We can put the super high jumps on and then like get really high up. I don't care. I really don't care.
I don't care. They totally play split screen. They love it. And I I feel bad because I found out like if you do like a couple little things, you can get to the moon. I was like, one day I showed Mimi. I was like, hey Mimi, check it out. I'm on the moon. Isn't that cool? And stupid me, I thought, oh, you can get back to the moon super easily. but you can't. You have to do these like you have to do like 4 or 5 steps to get to the moon, right? So then every time she gets into it, she's like, "Hey, Dad, can we go to the moon?" I'm like, "God damn it!"
No, you
I
have
got
to
it,
do it every
and
time.
it's not a thing that she can do by herself. So I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta do this thing and steal these drills and drill into a safe and then fall down into this deep pit and take a CD thing." But the guy that I used to go down to the pit can't can't lick things off the ground because his tongue is like up here, and it's just such a fucking pain in the ass. It's like, okay, all right, kiddo, yeah, all right, you don't. We'll get to. I get her to the moon, and she jumps around like 3 4 times, takes the portal back home. Love her to pieces.
Well,
That's my girl.
speaking of which, we played because the girls played so much Minecraft yesterday. Today it was like, Dad, can we play Minecraft on the Xbox? I'm like,
I think I saw you playing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we played. I think we played 4 hours of fucking Minecraft today, and it got down to the point where I was just like, we're making some home underground or something, and I had enough. I was just like, I'm just gonna run around putting dynamite around, and just blowing it up, just fucking making these huge cavernous things. And just like, what are you doing, Dad? And just like, whatever it does to
I need the
get,
time to pass.
yeah,
This is taking too long,
yeah.
kiddo.
It's like I've built a
I,
door that
I need
opens
that
and
sweet,
closes.
sweet surrender.
Yeah, I just don't have any. I don't have any ideas. I don't. There's nothing I need to build, or I want to build, or I care to build anymore in that game.
It's
So it's like it's reached its pinnacle for me, where it's like I don't care. I just
I kind of I'm in the same boat. But I think it's kind of awesome when the girls play and like um there's a big age difference, right? Like Mimi's 4 and Joe's 6 or 9 rather, and like it's kind of cool watching them do things, and like I'm really impressed. Like Mimi can like she sets up little gardens, she'll like tame a horse and like, oh, I gotta get a saddle on him, Dad, and she kind of can do a bunch of stuff in it, which is really cool. And like they built a mansion together, and like they kind of come up with these little silly ideas, and they're just kind of, hey, can we do this? And they just start kind of doing it. And it's like, wow, that's kind of awesome.
yeah,
And it's like every now and again, it's like, hey, Dad, look at this. Hey, Dad, look at this, which is awesome. I love it. But they kind of want to play it all the time. Where it's like, okay, guys, you guys have played for an hour. You know, go run around and do something. Dad's gonna play something else. I'll load up Elite Dangerous. I'll fly like I'll do 2 jumps, and then Mimi comes down the stairs. Hey, Dad, can we build a waterfall in Minecraft? I'm like, yeah, I guess you can build a. Can we do that now? I'm like, I just started. Like, I just started playing. Like, what are you talking about? um. So yeah, I've got to start putting restrictions on them now, and but that there's 2 of them is great because I don't have to be in the world with them. They can just kind of go and do their thing, which is nice.
well, that's the funny thing about it is I think like when Megan plays with me, she doesn't like. I don't have the same enthusiasm for it as like Joe or Mimi have. So when they were over there and they were playing together, they were like Megan was like fell in love with Minecraft again. So she's like, I love this. Let's and we can do this and we can do that. And I'm just like I don't really have like what do you want to do, Dad? What do you want to do? I'm like
Yeah.
I don't
We
know.
should we should just set the kids up and just let them play online together, and and that way we don't have to be in the game. We can play something on the PC together.
Yeah.
We'll play Ballistic Overkill, and they can play Minecraft.
Yes. Yeah. The the I actually we played that mini we played a couple of those mini games where you throw the snowballs and you knock the blocks from underneath it. Like
Right.
what was it called? battle drop or something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm well, this is let's play. But of course, I'm destroying Megan, so she's like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. Let's go back to
Yep.
putting
Yep.
wolves on. Let's put wolves together in a pen and make them have babies, and then we'll fly them around as I attach them and fly to the sky and stuff. I'm just like, fuck. I don't win at that, so I don't want to play that.
I can't win. There's no points. Like, come on, man.
It, does, it doesn't tell me I'm number one. I don't care. So yeah, yeah, that was mind numbing.
Yep.
So
All right, and I guess the last little bit of news there is the Beam app is slowly getting pushed to the like the dashboard insiders or the Xbox insiders that are getting the early updates. I'm in the dashboard insider program, but I think I'm in like the last ring. So I don't even have the streaming capabilities yet. I'm kind of waiting on that. But there is now a player that's being sent to people. Um, it's exciting. It's I kind of like that. It doesn't sound like you have to like sign up anything on the console. It's just kind of like it's a button, you hit it, and you're streaming. Sneak had it, and like he was just like, oh, just go to beam.pro/sneak, and like sure enough, there was his channel. Like he was streaming. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So I'm interested to test that out and see how that works.
yeah, I want to say I have a friend Wonder Monkey who has it, and he's streamed a couple times, and it looks all right. But I didn't sign up for the insiders because the last
I don't blame
insider,
you.
yeah, the
I
last
don't blame you.
insider messed up my Xbox, and I don't want to.
We talked about this last week, and you were saying your horror story, and then like for me, um, it's been nothing but like restarts constantly. Like games will lock up, and like features won't work. I'll get into chat, and like my mic is doesn't work. Doesn't matter what I do, or programs won't load up and things like that. The screenshot function's not working, and it's like I'm constantly having to restart the console to kind of get that stuff sorted. I mean, luckily for me, the restart does the job. Like everything works after that, but it's still a pain in the ass. It's like, oh fuck, the screenshots don't work. I love taking screenshots. It's like, all right, reboot the system. Oh, so yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm itching to try it. Like I really want to try it, but I just like my Xbox is something I play with all the time. I just don't like. Just want to get in. I just want to play games. I just don't want to have a
yeah,
hassle. And that's the selling feature of what put me on the console in the first place. Like I was always PC master race for a very long time, and it was just like I got to a point where stuff I just got tired of the hassle, and especially when we started having kids, and it was just like, you know what, I just want to get in. I just want to play games. I just want to have fun.
yes,
I don't.
yep,
I love the fact that my PC can tweak stuff and I can make stuff look better, and I love that stuff. But I just want to play games. So it's kind of like now it's like I want to try these new features, but my console is something I just want to play games on, and I don't want to fuck with it.
yeah. You don't want to mess with it. No, it totally makes sense.
So yeah, I think after the last time, it's just like nope. But I really want to try it. I love that. I mean, I love that sliding overlay. I just think it's fucking amazing. I just think they did the same thing, doing the same thing with the Xbox Ones they did with the 360. It just
Yes.
every update just makes it better. It's consistently being updated. It's consistently getting better, and it's kind of funny though because we've sort of been through the process from the start, right? Like we've seen the progression of the dashboard, but I've seen some Beamers recently get an Xbox One, and they're like, "Where's the setting for this?" And I guess it doesn't seem so
Yeah, it's
intuitive.
funny how like some people are like, I don't know where the settings are. I don't know where this is, and you're just like, come on, man. It's like, but again, like if you've kind of lived it, you know, right? Like
Yeah,
it's yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
it's the same.
There's
It's the same thing for PlayStation 4 for me. Like a lot of people are telling me PlayStation 4 is. I mean, it looks like PlayStation 3, but fuck. The other day at work when I was trying to disable the copy protection off the video, could not find that
yes.
setting for the life of me. It was just like,
It's like fuck.
where the hell is this? It's not even in video settings. It was in something else completely different. I was just like, this is not intuitive whatsoever. But I digress.
Yep.
All right.
All right, man. Shall we call it an early night?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. That was that was an that was an hour and
That was an hour and so. Yeah,
this is the hour ish up.
the hour ish.
Let's see, up time.
We're sticking with the title. That's
1
an
hour
hour
20.
ish. Yeah.
1 hour 20 minutes, man.
Yeah.
We fucking did it.
We did it. We got time to play a little bit of
Battlefield.
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 A little battle pack action.
Battle pack.
Battle packs.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Thanks. Again, I guess that thanks to everyone for who takes this to listen. We do this again live on the Sundays, 9:30. Beam.pro/Gwildor, GWILD0R, and of course beam.pro/Zorbsie, ZORBSIE. You can also find us on Twitter under the same moniker. And yeah, we I guess I've been publishing these videos, replays now. I've changed the schedule.
Bang up job. W.
The videos are a lot easier to publish now than the
I still don't understand how the videos are easier than the audio, but okay.
well, the first
Are
one.
you editing the audio more? Is that what it is?
Well, it's you gotta tag the audio and put like I gotta shred the audio from the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then I gotta tag it all, and then I like the first episode I went through, and it's like the audio when I tore through it, it was like I guess I sat back like this, and there was times where it just got really low.
Oh,
So I had to go through, like I had to listen to it and I had to bump up the audio. And I guess I uploaded it and I thought it was fine, but it was like the end of it. I was like listening to it in the car and it cut off at like an hour. It's like, what the fuck, man? So I had to tear it down, and I teared it down. I re-edited it to find out where the missing piece was, and then I was gonna upload it and I still hadn't have it tagged, and it's just like, holy fuck, like this is taking forever. And it did, and it's like, okay, now on to episode 2, and it's like, oh, I was trying to tag it on my Mac at work, and it's just like it wouldn't tag properly. I was just like, fuck it, just I'll just edit the video. This will be fucking easy peasy, and then I'll get to do. So, anyways, yes, audio will come another day, but we'll probably have this up on YouTube by Wednesday. So let's go play some Battlefield.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, thanks everyone for listening.
See you later, everybody.